every weekend across South Africa, from Soweto to the Winelands, from Durban to Limpopo. Millions of people gather around a braai, plate in hand, loading up on pap and wors. But here's the question almost nobody asks while reaching for seconds. How many calories are actually on that plate? And is this meal quietly working against your health goals? Or have we been judging it completely unfairly? Today, we're finally doing the maths on South Africa's most beloved braai meal. And the answer might genuinely surprise you. Let's start with why this topic matters. Many people feel guilty about eating pap and wors. They've decided it's bad food, so they avoid it at braais, then end up overeating later because they feel deprived. On the other hand, some people eat very large portions without thinking twice. Because it's traditional food, they assume it can't be unhealthy. Both approaches miss the point. The real problem is simple. Most people don't actually know the facts. Nutrition research on traditional African foods has historically been limited compared to Western foods. That means many international nutrition databases don't accurately reflect the foods we eat every day. So the numbers in this video are based primarily on the South African food composition tables published by the Medical Research Council, along with verified international nutrition data where needed. And there's one more important thing to remember. Pap and wors is not one fixed dish. The portion size, the type of pap, and the fat content of the wors can all change the calorie count dramatically. So let's break this meal down properly. Let's start with pap. Pap is made from maize meal, usually degermed white maize. The calories in pap depend mainly on two things: how much water is used and how firm the pap is cooked. Soft pap, also called slap pap, contains a lot of water. That means it has roughly 70 to 80 calories per 100 grams. Stywe pap, the firm pap commonly served at braais, contains about 130 to 150 calories per 100 grams. Very firm or crumbly pap can go slightly higher, reaching around 150 to 160 calories per 100 grams. Now here's where things get interesting. Most people at a braai are not eating just 100 grams of pap. A typical generous portion is around 250 to 300 grams. That means the pap alone can provide roughly 325 to 450 calories. But pap is not nutritionally empty. According to the South African food composition tables, maize meal provides several B vitamins, including niacin and thiamine. It also provides minerals like iron and magnesium. However, the fiber content is relatively low because most maize meal used in South Africa is degermed. The bran and germ are removed during processing. That leaves papi with only about 1 to 2 grams of fiber per 100 grams. Using whole grain maize meal or foods like samp can significantly increase the fiber content and reduce the glycemic impact of the meal. Now let's talk about the wors. This is where the biggest calorie variation usually happens. Under South African law, specifically Regulation R863 of the Foodstuffs, Cosmetics and Disinfectants Act, Boerewors must contain at least 90% meat. It may contain no more than 30% fat and at least 50% beef. That tells us something important. Boerewors is typically a fairly high fat food, and fat contains 9 calories per gram. That's more than double the calories found in carbohydrates or protein. Standard supermarket Boerewors usually contains about 280 to 320 calories per 100 grams raw. When it cooks on the braai, moisture is lost. That slightly increases the calorie density, bringing it to roughly 320 to 370 calories per 100 grams cooked. A typical serving of wors at the braai is usually around 150 to 200 grams. That means the wors alone can contribute roughly 480 to 740 calories. But calories are not the only thing to consider. Boerewors can also be relatively high in saturated fat. Research discussed in the South African Journal of Clinical Nutrition, along with guidance from the Heart and Stroke Foundation South Africa, suggests limiting high levels of saturated fat in people with cardiovascular risk factors. That said, context is important. One braai meal does not determine your health. Your overall eating pattern over time is what matters most. A simple tip when buying wors is to check the fat percentage on the label. Some retailers and butchers now offer leaner options. Game meat wors like kudu or ostrich can significantly reduce the fat content. Now, let's put the whole meal together. A realistic braai plate might look something like this. Stywe pap, about 280 grams, provides roughly 390 calories. Boerewors, about 180 grams cooked, provides approximately 590 calories. Tomato and onion relish, also known as shiba, adds about 40 to 60 calories. Altogether, that plate contains roughly 1,000 to 1,040 calories. For many adults, that's close to half of their daily calorie needs. Is that a problem? Not necessarily. If this is your main meal for the day, it can fit into a balanced diet. But if it's added on top of several other large meals and snacks, that extra energy can add up over time. The good news is that a few small changes can make this meal much more balanced. First, reduce the worst portion and increase the relish. Tomato and onion relish is low in calories and rich in lycopene. Second, replace part of the pap with vegetables. Traditional sides like chakalaka add fiber, vitamins, and volume with very few calories. Third, choose leaner wurst varieties when possible. Fourth, be aware of the extras. Garlic bread, creamy salads, and extra pieces of wurst can easily double the calories of the meal. And finally, eat slowly. Braai culture often means grazing for hours, which makes it easy to overeat without noticing. Taking your time allows your body to recognize when you're full. Here's the bottom line. Pap and wurst is not a bad food. Understanding what's in your meal simply gives you the power to enjoy it in a way that supports your health goals without giving up the foods that connect you to your culture, your family, and your community. South African cuisine is rich, diverse, and worth celebrating, and many traditional foods deserve the same nutritional breakdown. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments, what braai dish should we analyze next? Eat well, live well, and enjoy that braai.